back to the David67 Celtic News channel. I'm going to do a quick post-match review of Celtic's good 3-0 win against Dundee. A couple of wee reflections of how the game went. We look at the early speculation regarding Celtic's lineup for the very important match against Rangers at the weekend. One or two other wee thoughts in and around the Celtic win yesterday against Dundee. Before we start, I'd like to say a massive thank you to all the subscribers and viewers. For me, some incredible increases in subscriber numbers, now over 200, and lots of videos now reaching over 1,000 views, and one of them, the Hayden Hackney scouting video going well over 5,000. So massive thanks to all the viewers and fans, and also massive thanks to all those who've contributed comments and opinions and debates in the comment section. I really do value all those. Lovely having a chat with Celtic fans and football fans, and also happy Christmas to everybody, happy New Year to everybody as well. So moving on to the game against Dundee. Great 3-0 win in the end. Gets us 2 wins in a row. Should hopefully restore confidence for the bulk of the squad. Quite incredible stats from yesterday's game. 38 shots a goal to 5 by Dundee, 7 shots on target to 1 by Dundee, 23 corners for Celtic, 1 for Dundee, and possession was 74-26. Rather frustrating first half. Kyogo missed a really good chance. Luis Palma at the back post missed a very easy chance. Lots of shots from Bernardo, McGregor, O'Reilly, Kyogo, blocked by the Dundee defender. Some rather desperate 9 and 10 man defence from Dundee, and Dundee managed to get into half time one way or another at 0-0. I think Celtic had something like 20 shots and attempts at target in that first half, but combination of some poor finishing, some good goalkeeping, and some desperate defence, and Celtic went in 0-0. Things carried on pretty much the same. However, Paulo Bernardo managed to score his first Celtic goal in the 52nd minute, and then an absolute Christmas miracle. Mikey Johnston comes on, actually does something worthwhile, and scores 2 goals, one in the 83rd and one in the 91st. And it is an unbelievable 1,486 days between Mikey Johnston's last goal, which was, as I'm sure you're all aware, in a 4-1 win against Ross County on the 1st of December 2019, and then his goal on the 26th of December 2023. So 1,486 days between his last 2 Celtic goals, and then 8 minutes between his 2 most recent Celtic goals. As I'm sure you're all aware, I don't have an immense amount of faith in Mikey Johnston. I've always thought he's a very talented player, just he's never, ever managed to demonstrate it for Celtic more than one half of football in a row. Typically he does have the odd game here and there. He comes on, scores a goal, creates a goal, etc. And then the next 4 or 5 games, he plays like a complete dud, which was again the pattern this time around. And so I don't think we should get ourselves carried away. But I do hope this gives Mikey Johnston lots of confidence and encourages Brendan Rodgers to use him coming off the bench, especially as we do have Palma and Maeda fully fit at the moment, and Leo Abada thought to be probable as on the bench alongside Hatate for the game against Rangers at the weekend. To be fair, one could argue that the Paulo Bernardo shot should have been saved by the Dundee goalkeeper. and the Dundee goalkeeper really should have done far better from Mikey Johnston's shot for the second goal. But those are the margins in football. Sometimes lucky deflections gets you a goal or takes the goal away from you. Sometimes an incredible goalkeeping performance, as it was when we drew with St Johnstone's 0-0 at Celtic Park from Dimitar Mitov. Sometimes that is what stops you. I think the very important thing is Celtic are creating lots of chances. We're getting Kyogo, Palma, Maeda, O'Reilly, McGregor, Bernardo in the danger zone. And we're starting to see some contribution also from players like Carter Vickers and Scales in the opposition box from corners as well. So going into the Rangers match, lots and lots of very good positive thoughts, positive performances, and a lot of positive statistics. Quite a lot of the Celtic fan sites on YouTube and the internet rather critical of Kyogo. I thought he did a perfectly fine job, got himself chances, made himself constantly available for the ball. Now, a lot of people were saying he should have just leathered the ball when he was through 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. I think that's not really Kyogo's style, and he very cleverly chipped the goalkeeper, just it evaded the far post rather than going in. I think he's getting himself in those positions, and next time around it'll go in the goal for a dramatic winner against Rangers, for whom he actually does have a very good record in games against Rangers. One slightly sour note is yet again Cameron Carter-Vickers goes off with a hamstring problem, it would appear. Brian Rodgers yet again calls it just precautionary, but we have to remember just precautionary at Aberdeen meant 6 weeks out. Just precautionary next time around meant 2 weeks out. And so, given Brendan Rodgers' past history with describing Cameron Carter-Vickers' hamstring injuries, I doubt we'll see him on the game against Rangers, which will leave us rather weak in defence. Liam Scales, yet again, had a super duper match. He has been a massive surprise this season. He seems to be getting actually better and better, and is now becoming quite a threat at corner kicks in the opposition box, which is an important facet of central defenders' jobs. However, we're going to be left, I'm pretty sure, against Rangers with back two in the back of Stephen Welsh and Liam Scales. We have to remember that the last time Stephen Welsh started, which was against Feyenoord, he managed 75 minutes and then came off with a possible injury, may well be more just fatigue and cramp. Either way, Rodgers had to throw on Lagerbielke for what turned out to be the last 20 minutes of that match. It looks like against Rangers we'll have Welsh and Scales in the middle of the back four with the wonderful Nat Phillips on the bench, because Nawrocki hasn't played at all really since he came back from his injury. Lagerbielke has had those few minutes against Feyenoord when I thought he played well, and of course scored the winning goal against Feyenoord, but it would be grossly unfair to throw one or either of those players into the team against Rangers, and it would be just Celtic's luck for Stephen Welsh or Scales to get injured in the second minute, and suddenly we've got Nat Phillips in central defence. But that's the rod that Brendan Rodgers has created for himself by completely ignoring two players who are high quality, who are on long-term contracts, and either way, even if Nawrocki or Lagerbielke were in the team or on bench, I can't see how they can have any confidence given how the fact they've been abandoned by Rodgers. Rodgers did not even really acknowledge Lagerbielke's great contribution to the Feyenoord match in terms of defence and then scoring the goal. Lagerbielke's reward for scoring the goal to beat Feyenoord was to sit in the stands watching the next match, which of course is the Kilmarnock humiliating loss, followed by another time sitting on the stands to watch us being gubbed by Hearts. So hopefully we'll see Cameron Carter-Vickers running around like Shergar or a racehorse in training tomorrow, fully fit, in preparation for the Rangers match. But knowing past history with Carter-Vickers, I don't think we'll see him again until after the winter transfer break. As I said a wee bit earlier on in the piece, indications are that Lila Abada and Rio Hatate might well be on the bench against Rangers, which of course gives us a couple more impact players to come off the bench to either hold on to a lead or to turn a lead into a bigger lead. I think Maeda should definitely start against Rangers at the weekend. He has a lot of ability counteracting Rangers captain Tavernier, keeping James Tavernier involved in defence, and Tavernier is one of the most ridiculously poor right backs in Scottish football. And Maeda has an incredible ability to track Tavernier up and down the wing, and also put him under in a lot of pressure in defence. And so I do wonder whether at the weekend we'll see Maeda going down the left, Palma down the right, and putting a lot of pressure on the Rangers fullbacks. Certainly think Mikey Johnston fully deserves to have a place on the bench as a backup wide player or a backup forward player. And also feel probably Yang and O, both of whom have had good brief contributions in the last two matches. They also deserve a place on the bench, especially as Marco Tilio, who I think is a brilliant player, has never been given a chance by Rodgers. However, hopefully a good performance by Marco Tilio at the Asian Cup, maybe Brendan Rodgers will give him a second glance. So, massively good news for Celtic. Nice 3-0 win. Puts us into the next match against Rangers full of confidence, hopefully. Rodgers does have one or two wee selection headaches, most of which are created by his own mistakes over the last 6 months in selections and training, etc. But not to end on a negative note. Well done, Celtic. Thanks for watching, everybody. Chat again tomorrow. Goodbye and hail, hail.